Why can't you tell me if you took an oath of office? Seriously, I can't believe this. I'm in Mount Brook Court and the judge won't tell me whether he took an oath to office. I mean, this is embarrassing. Embarrassing to the entire country here that we're in court and to make any safe he took an oath to office. What is wrong with every one of it? What are y'all doing? In America, the judge don't even take oaths of offices anymore. This is crazy.
If you've ever wondered what happens when a sovereign citizen walks into a courtroom, convinced he's cracked the secret code of the legal system, well,
Good afternoon. Oh, right here? I'm the administrator for that matter. I said I'm the administrator for that matter.
Mr. Key, you're charged with trespassing in the 3rd degree. How do you understand that charge?
Your Honor, you'll never stand over me, so when you say I understand, please elaborate.
Do you understand the charge of trespassing in the 3rd degree?
No man will ever stand over me, sir. So please say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm not doing that again.
Okay.
You are charged with trespassing in the 3rd degree. How do you plead on that charge?
Before I plead, I need to know that I was told that you're a man of God, and I was told that you took an oath of office. Did you take an oath of office?
I am not answering questions. This is an arraignment.
You're not going to answer. You're supposed to be the judge, correct? You're not going to tell me whether you took an oath of office or not.
Have you removed from the courtroom? You can plead on this charge, and what we will do is then set you plead guilty, and we'll go one course. If you plead not guilty, then I'll set your case down for the trial.
You're not going to tell me whether you took an oath to office. You're a judge to this county of Mount Brook. Why can't you tell me if you took an oath of office? It would proceed to say that you did take an oath of office. You're going to remove me, so you're just going to make me leave. You're not going to tell me whether you took an oath of office or not. I'm being removed? Why am I being removed for? I didn't enter a plea. I didn't say anything, sir.
Mr. Keys.
I'm going. I'm going. Why can't he tell me if he's going to take an oath of office? Did you take an oath of office?
It's time to go.
Okay. How do what trial? I didn't take. I didn't take a plea. What are you talking about? How can you make it?
Your verbiage is not helping, and I take your verbiage as a plea of not guilty unless you want to plead guilty.
I haven't. I said, did you take an oath to office? And you won't respond to me. Why won't you respond to me, sir? Did you not take an oath? Did you not take an oath to defend God, this country, and the children around the world? Really? Seriously, I can't believe this. I'm in Mount Brook Court and the judge won't tell me whether he took an oath to office. What's this country coming to is what I don't understand. Well, I'm not taking no paper from you. I mean, this country, you did take an oath to office, did you? You did take an oath of office. Huh? You did take an oath of office. Why? I mean, you didn't take an oath of office.
Let's go,
huh?
Mr. Keys, let's go.
Where are we going?
We've got you're being escorted out. We've got a lot of other cases we have to get to, so come
This
on.
man did not take an oath of office. The judge here did not take an oath of office.
Buckle up, because what you're about to see is the courtroom equivalent of watching a grown man trip over his own script. This guy marches into court wearing a GoPro on his head. Yes, an actual GoPro, like he's about to film a documentary about
Mount Brook, and he can't even say he took an oath of office. I mean, this is embarrassing. Embarrassing to the entire country here that we're in court and to make any safe he took an oath to office. Yes, sir.
You need to go?
I'm going. I'm going right now.
Well,
but this is a disgrace to this country. I surely hope that you took an oath of office, didn't you?
Let's go.
Will you not answer my question?
No, I'm not answering any.
So you didn't take an oath of office either? To defend the people around the world? Seriously, I cannot believe this. In America right now, we got people, the judge he won't even tell me if he took an oath of office. This man won't even tell me if he took an oath of office. Y'all going into somebody that won't even say he defends the country, that he defends the United States of America, that he doesn't care about the kids. This is crazy. And none of y'all people, none of you care about it. Why am I the only one that cares? Why am I the only one that cares about this? Huh? Nobody cares about this. What is wrong with every one of you? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing in here? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
What did they tell you?
I do care about our kids. My daughter is a Birmingham police officer. So.
Did he take an oath of office? Because the
She
policeman
did.
wouldn't even tell me he took an oath of office. The judge wouldn't even tell me. He wouldn't even tell me. He would not tell me. I asked him, did he take an oath of office? You know what he said? I don't have to answer that. He told me he didn't have to answer that. He didn't have to answer that. Now, thank you. There's one person that agrees with me.
We agree with you.
Oh, so thank you. So y'all all agree with me. This judge you're going to see right now will not say if he took an oath of office. I cannot believe this. In America, the judge don't even take oaths of offices anymore. This is crazy. I cannot believe I did not enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. I did not do anything because he wouldn't tell me if I took it. He wouldn't take any of my documents. I've got all these affidavits right here. And he calm down, Christopher. I'll be back later.
His own greatness. And within seconds, he's demanding that the judge prove he took an oath of office. Not to resolve his case. Not to enter a plea. No.
You're from some alternate universe where you don't have to obey the laws of
No,
the
you don't
state.
respect the law, sir.
Stop.
You see this? Are you looking? Well, I'm forced to do this. Anything I do with y'all is under threat, duress, and coercion. So any judge who does not comply with this oath of office to the Constitution of the United States wars against the Constitution and engages in acts.
All right, I'm going to mute your microphone. I don't want to hear this crazy.
This man wants the judge to pause an entire docket just to satisfy his personal conspiracy check.
Morrow Bay, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, this is file 21213ST. It's entitled People versus Samuel R. Perdue, who refers to himself as Samir Siraj Morrow Bay. His mother named him Samuel R. Perdue. Mr. Perdue, you got another ticket for driving with a suspended license. Second offense, that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. You're also charged with speeding. I'm assuming you're going to plead not guilty to both of those?
No, of course not. I'm innocent, and my name is not Mr. Perdue. So I would appreciate if you didn't call me Mr. Perdue.
I'm just going to test off the judge for you.
All right.
Well,
Mr. Morrow, let me tell you this. Stop. Yeah, you're from some alternate universe where you don't have to obey the laws of
No,
the
you don't
state.
respect the law, sir.
Stop. If you drive again here in St. Joe County, I'm going to set
Break
your
the
butt
travel.
at $10,000.
And also,
I'm going to
lie
set
to
this.
you. You see this? Are you looking? I was forced to get this license. I don't want it, but as you can see, your officer is a liar.
Well, what's the name on that? Is that Samuel Perdue or Mr. Morrow Bay?
Well, I'm forced to do this. Anything I do with y'all is under threat, duress, and coercion.
So you have
every time I travel, clearly,
all right, you
one
have
of your commercial mercenaries keep pulling me over.
you have a driver's license?
Because your commercial mercenaries continue to pull me over, and they won't leave me alone.
Well, stop driving. At least stay out
I
of
don't
St.
drive.
Joe
I
County.
travel.
All right. Traveling is one thing. Driving is another. You can travel all you want. All right, but let me make this
That's
clear.
what I'm doing, and they won't let me travel. They won't let me travel on my own land.
List. The judge tries to start the arraignment, but our self-appointed administrator refuses to even acknowledge the trespassing charge until he's
You're violating the law, and you know it.
Violating the law.
Well, one of us is.
He's definitely violating the law, and anybody who needs to know anything about the
Now,
law,
slow
talk
down.
about it.
Slow down for a minute. That license you held up, is it a valid Michigan driver's license?
Is it a valid Michigan driver's license? Well, I was forced to go to your Secretary of State because you guys won't let me travel on my own land. That's as valid as it is. What's really valid is my nationality that you keep denying. So you're denying me due process, and you know it.
Well, you haven't been convicted of anything yet. I'm just telling you, if you continue to keep driving on some cockamamie
I don't
thing,
drive.
You're behind the wheel of a car giving me this BS about traveling versus driving. I'm just telling you right now, you heard it here. If you drive again in St. Joseph County and you get another ticket, I'm going to set a very high bond. You can sit in jail for 28 days until we sort this out. You're presumed to be innocent of the charges that you're charged with, and you've exercised your constitutional right to plead not guilty.
No, I didn't plead not guilty. You said that. I said I'm innocent.
All right, fair enough. We'll set this for a last pre-trial. Are you still at 312 North Sage Street, apartment 302?
North America is my domicile. You can send whatever information you want to that address. That is fine.
All right.
Very smart.
So any judge who does not comply with this oath of office to the Constitution of the United States wars against the Constitution and engages in acts.
All right, I'm going to mute your microphone. I don't want to hear this crazy, nonsensical thing. I'm setting you for a last pretrial. We'll pick a date and I'll send it to you in the mail. I don't expect it'll settle the case. You already have one case set for a jury trial. We'll probably set both of these for a jury trial. I will give you credit. You always log in a timely manner, which I appreciate. I'll give you a new notice. It'll be on a Thursday afternoon. We're going to skip the regular pretrial and just go right to the last pretrial. I expect it to be set for a jury trial. All I'm telling you is stop driving and stop in St. Joseph County. All right, sir, you're good to go.
Satisfied that no man stands over him, and when the judge calmly tells him he's not answering off-topic questions, this guy absolutely unravels. Suddenly, this isn't a trespassing hearing anymore. Now it's a national emergency. He's pacing, pointing, declaring that the entire country is falling apart because the judge won't stop court proceedings to give him a constitutional history lesson. And the best part? He insists he didn't enter a plea. Yet every word out of his mouth sounds exactly like the frantic ramblings of someone trying to avoid entering one. The judge finally has enough and tells the bailiff to escort him out. And this man, still recording, starts announcing to the courtroom like an investigative reporter that the judge refused to confirm an oath, and therefore must not have taken one. Meanwhile, the courtroom staff look exhausted, like they've seen this movie way too many times as he's being guided out. He's still repeating the same question, louder, more dramatic, and somehow less coherent each time. By the time he reaches the hallway, he's declaring himself the lone defender of the Constitution, insisting that everyone else in the room doesn't care about the kids or the country. Someone nearby tries to calm him down, but he's too worked up to hear anything except his own heroic narration. And just like that, the hearing is over, not because of any legal breakthrough, but because this man turned a simple arraignment into a one-man courtroom protest. And yes, he walked in wearing a GoPro like he thought this was a movie premiere. Then we jump to the next courtroom, where another sovereign citizen shows up on Zoom, ready to deliver a full lecture on why the laws don't apply to him. And honestly, the judge deserves a medal for patience. This man refuses to acknowledge his own name, insists he's from another jurisdiction entirely, and holds up his driver's license like it's Exhibit A in a grand conspiracy. According to him, he wasn't driving, he was traveling. The officers aren't officers, they're commercial mercenaries. And his license. He only got it because the state forced him, apparently under duress and coercion. Every sentence he says sounds like it came from a late-night internet search. And every time he tries to launch into another monologue, the judge cuts him off with the calmest, most direct reality checks you'll ever hear. At one point, the judge even warns him clearly and politely that if he keeps driving on a suspended license, he's looking at a very high bond next time. But the man doesn't hear any of that. He's too busy correcting the judge, insisting he never pled not guilty, only that he's innocent. And the judge, with the patience of someone who's seen decades of this, simply moves on and schedules his next hearing, and then it happens the moment every viewer was waiting for. The man tries to deliver one more long, dramatic speech about oaths of office and constitutional violations, and the judge just mutes him. Not angrily, not harshly, just a clean, professional tap of the mute button, like a teacher turning off a student's microphone in an online class. Honestly, it's the most peaceful moment in the whole hearing. Now, whether this guy truly believes his arguments or just enjoys the performance, who knows? But one thing's certain. He'll be right back in this courtroom the next time he gets stopped on the road, because he absolutely refuses to accept that traveling in a car, while controlling the wheel, is still driving, so place your bets. Does he return with another ticket? Another lecture? Another fantasy legal argument? Because at this point, every officer in the county probably recognizes his car from a mile away, but credit where it's due, the judge handled both cases like a pro. Calm, patient, zero nonsense, and absolutely unwilling to let the courtroom turn into a talk show. Thanks for watching, and get ready, because the next hearing we're covering is even louder, stranger, and somehow more dramatic than this one.